I thought we defended well against LA. We just couldn't score. I think it took us 10 minutes actually to make a bucket, and we ended up going in down 4 at halftime. And it was a close game till about the last minute and a half when Josh Manzone hit a couple big threes for them to kind of put it out of reach for us. So, obviously both teams are different. I think LA's scoring a little bit better than they were here. I think we're playing usually offensively a little bit better than when we were here. So should be a good game, though. Their night 2, again, Saturday night, is who's mentally tougher and who can execute and, kind of impose their will on the other team. We get Dominguez on a Friday this time at home, and Dominguez actually has won a couple games since we've played them and playing better. And, the scary thing about them is there's just a lot of talent on that team. Darnell Martin, Shaq Hunter, who hit a bunch of threes against us. Martin didn't play against us, but, they have a very, very formidable front line. They've got athletic guards. They defend well. They play hard. It's just one of those things. Somebody's got to lose games, and they've lost, a decent amount. But that's a scary matchup. You can look at this and go, we beat Dominguez, and we could have beaten L.A., and we're going down there, and I think L.A.'s tied with us right now, or maybe a game ahead of us. And they're like, we should sweep. But, it's going to be tough. It's a tough trip. So
6 games left. How big is every game going into the postseason?
Well, every game, if it was 8 teams, we'd be fine. We'd be right in the thick of it. I think right now with 6 teams, we are realistically on the outside looking in. I think for us to have a shot, I think we would have to win all 6 to get in. But like we told the guys yesterday, right now it's not about necessarily getting in. Right now it's about getting better each and every game. It's about getting wins so we can improve on last season's win total. And it's about getting to where we want to be to kind of springboard us off for next year. We only have 2 seniors this year, and we're going to miss them next year when they're gone for sure, because of the experience that they play with and the effort that they play with. But at the same time, we've got everybody else back, and we'll be bringing in some new guys, and hopefully we'll be even better next year than we were this year. And so the goal is to maintain focus on the ultimate journey. It's not, the season's coming to an end, but as long as you're a member of this program, we're involved in a journey. We're trying to get from point A to point B, and sometimes that takes a few years to do it. So that's kind of the biggest thing with these next 6 games.
Last weekend against San Francisco State Sonoma, you chose to start Isaiah Smith over Jory Scott. What was the strategic thinking behind that, and why did you choose to start Isaiah?
He'd been playing better in the last couple games. He played well on Friday. Then he was sick on Saturday and really tired and really struggled on Saturday. So, but it was just kind of one of those things. He played really well at San Diego and was probably one of our only guys that was actually played with any kind of consistency. So, I felt like it was time to reward him with the start. And he played well on Friday, and then, Saturday struggled. And I don't know how much of it had to do with him being sick or, he just struggled on Saturday on night 2. So, probably go back to Jory this week, who's a little bit better of a defensive presence right now in the post. But, again, with both Keese and Smith and Greg and Jory, I can start any of the 4. It's more kind of a matchup thing. What are we looking for? Who are we playing against? The height, size. I can play Jory and Isaiah together, but then we're a little bit smaller with Greg and Keese in there together. So, it's just kind of one of those. It's really just a matchup depending on game to game.